Hey YouTube, Tucker Dale here, doing a quick gun review. This is a review of my AR9 I built. I haven't seen a whole lot of AR9 builds on YouTube, so I thought I'd upload mine. This one just has some simple upgrades, but I think they're pretty good. I have the SBA3 collapsible brace, so it adjusts to, if you got short arms or long arms, it will adjust to that, and if you feel so inclined, you can shoulder it because it doesn't reclassify the part if you happen to put it against your shoulder. And then I have a Romeo 5 red dot from Sig Sauer. I believe that's what it is. I know it's one of the Romeos, and it's made by Sig Sauer. Has pretty good battery life on it. It's just the only negative I found is the on-off knob. This is very stiff, and it takes about 6 and higher to get a real good sight picture on the red dot. Other than that, below that, you can't really see it unless you're in a really dark room. Standard lower parts kit, I just spray painted the parts just to kind of look and give it a nice little camo pattern. It works. This lower receiver is made by KE Arms. It does not have a last round bolt hold open feature, which kind of sucks, but it's not a deal breaker for me. It's a $120 lower, and it works pretty well, so I'm not upset about it because MP5s and AKs don't have last round bolt hold open, so it's not a deal breaker. The Strike Industries AFG works okay with the TLR1, but you might not have to modify it, but to get it function a little better with the TLR1, you're going to have to Dremel off the teeth a little and then shave down the sides to thin it out a little bit. I used my Dremel to do that. And the Picatinny Row, I just bought a polymer cheapo eBay Chinese made one. I wanted polymer, not metal, because polymer is a little easier to mill off, and I had to modify it as well to fit in the M-Lok section because it was a little out of spec, and some of the locking points weren't in the same location, so I had to modify some stuff to get this set up. But I do really like this setup because it's real slimline. It doesn't have any extra snag points, and I don't have anything hanging off the side of the gun, so this will go in and out of a standard size book bag broken down. I thought about buying the folding stock adapter, but it's $250 and I don't really need it, so I'm just gonna buy a Molly panel with some Velcro straps and strap the lower and upper to it so I can just pull it out in one smooth motion and then unstrap it and pin it together. And as you can see, the firearm is clear. See, it's kind of hard to do that with one hand, but yeah, firearm's clear, no magazine. I bought a takes the Glock 19. I don't have a Glock 26, so I don't have any Glock 26 mags. I do have a Glock Factory 33 round mag, but I bought one of these this weekend, and this is made in Alabama. I forget the name of the company, but it's all polymer, kind of like the Magpul ones or the ETS ones. So I don't know if its reliability will be great, but it is what it is. It was only like $18, so it's worth a try. I had a A2 flash hider. I took off a AR-15 I had, and I didn't have a muzzle device for this, so I just screwed it on there. It's a little chewed up, but it works pretty well, actually. I thought about putting a flash can on here, but I'm kind of frugal when it comes to money, so I just keep stuff the way it is. It's a 7-inch barrel, Tribe Defense. They're from Optics Planet, so is the bolt carrier group. And I believe the handguard, the upper isn't, but the bolt carrier group, the barrel, and the handguard are from Tribe Defense. The rail panel covers are from Slateback Industries, and I like them. They have a YouTube channel called 9 Hole Reviews, and then they also own Slateback Industries. But I like their rail panels. They're grippy, and they look good. And just before I had the AFG and the light on here, like my hand placement would get kind of close to the edge of the barrel when I was shooting, so I wanted something that give me a little traction to hold on to. The color that this is just brown spray paint. I had a can of it for, I don't even know where I got it actually. I just had a can of it, and then I did a little camo pattern for this, so it's like flat dark earth and OD green with a bit of brown mixed in here and there, and I think it turned out pretty good. For the distressed look, I just took some pine straw I found on the ground and I just rubbed it all over the finish and gave it that like battle worn beat up camo pattern finish, and some of the paints come off on the grip and the rubber down here, but other than that it's been pretty durable. The rubber will spray paint on these, but since it flexes, it's gonna flake off a little quicker than up here on the cheek piece and the adjustment. Other than that, this gun's been mostly reliable with ball ammo. I mean, it's been 100% reliable with ball ammo, but hollow points, I can't get it to feed, so it could just be the barrel isn't equipped to it, or it could just be maybe I got too heavy of a recoil spring, because I have a 9mm buffer in it, but the buffer tube spring is a 308 spring, and I have an AR-15 one, but since it's been functioning well, I've just kept it in there. If I have prolonged issues, I may change out for the AR-15 buffer spring, but as it sits, it's working fine. The trigger isn't the lightest, it's probably about a 6.5 pound trigger, but I'm not a precision, it's not a precision shooting gun, so I don't really need a fancy Geisley or anything like that. And that's just a quick overview of the AR9. As always, take it easy and live free.